there, welcome back. This is part 3 of our series called Home Videos in the Digital Age. We are shooting from a different location today. It's super snowy here in Durham, so we're shooting from home. We sent you off for the holidays with homework to film your family and friends. In the last episode, we talked about setting up your system so that you were ready to begin importing some video, and today we're gonna start importing. So let's go ahead and start importing your videos and dumping them into the system that we set up after episode 2. You will see over here, I have plugged in my external hard drive, I have an SD card reader for my camera, and then I also have a cord that will plug in my iPhone. So the first thing that we're gonna do is take my camera. I'm gonna go ahead and take the card out of this camera, and I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into my card reader. And then I'm gonna take you over to my screen and show you exactly what's happening once I plug that card into my computer with the hard drive. Okay, here we are. You're looking at my screen. Here is my hard drive. When I open that up, you're gonna see a folder for 2018, which is set up with all of the folders to organize for the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. These images, I start the year in winter, so it's January, we're in winter. I'm gonna open that up. Now this folder is ready to import the footage from that card. When you plug in on an Apple, an SD card, it's gonna pop up on your desktop right there, EOS Digital. On a PC, it's probably gonna show up on one of your main hard drive folders on the left-hand side, just as kind of a separate device that you've attached. When you open that up, it's gonna compartmentalize all of the content that could be on that SD card depending on where you've used it. I like to switch to this view because it's really easy for me to see where my content is. So, you know, you can browse around and see there's nothing there. There's a couple things here. Okay, so those are clips from my Sony. And then if I go up here, I'm gonna see these are clips from my 5D on this card. So what I would do is I would just select all of the video files. I'm just gonna copy them. I'm going to open up that folder where I wanna put them, and I'm gonna paste them. And it'll start automatically transferring them over to the hard drive. And as you can see, it'll take probably longer than you're used to with photos because video files are larger, so it's just gonna take a little bit longer. And I'm just gonna sit and wait. And once those copy over into that folder on my hard drive, that's it. That's all I have to do with an SD card from a camera. And now I'm gonna go ahead and plug in my iPhone. Here is the trick. When you plug in your iPhone, it's gonna prompt you to do several things. It will pull up your photos and will show you everything that's on your phone. You can import video footage this way. There's 2 problems with this. First of all, and this is the biggest problem, it's importing directly to your computer. And like I said in episode 2, it's really important to have an external hard drive because video files are going to add up over time. So I don't like importing through iPhoto for that reason. The second reason is because if you scroll and look here, these all look like photos, even though a lot of these are actually video files, but they don't show you quick and easily which ones are video files until it's already inputted to your computer, which makes it hard for me. If I want to import everything, that's great. If I just want to import the video files, it's really hard for me to tell which they are. So I'm gonna say avoid photos. I don't think that's the best way to create an easy system where you can regularly import videos from your phone. So instead, I'm gonna recommend you use a tool called Image Capture. I have this saved right on my dock at the bottom. If you don't, just click up here and say Image Capture and it'll show up. So your Apple computer should come with this. You should already have it. Once you pull this up, it's gonna show you on the left-hand side any external devices that you have plugged in. And so if we left our SD card in here, it's gonna show that as well, and it's gonna show you any of the movies that you have on that card. I'm gonna click on iPhone. Couple things that I really like about this tool. One, it has filters at the top here, and so you can filter, unlike with photos, you can filter by .mov or .jpeg. So if you're just looking to import photos, you can do that. But if you just want to import your video files, then you can filter by kind, and then you can scroll down here until you find your movie files. I'm gonna click on the first one, scroll down here, click Shift, and I've highlighted multiples. Highlight all the ones that you want to import, and down here at the bottom it's going to give you an option of where to import to. All of these first ones are on your computer, and again, I don't think that you should save them to your computer. If you look down here, it gives you some other options. You want to go to Other, And when you do that, it's gonna show you all of your options. I'm gonna click on BDLB32, which is the hard drive that I'm importing to, 2018, winter. You see the files that I imported already from my SD card. I'm gonna go ahead and add these in there. So I selected winter, and now I'm gonna say import, and it's importing them directly to my hard drive. Super, super easy. It was not always that easy. I don't know how I didn't know about that before. Another option that you could do here is you can see the little icons for what those movie files are. So you can import in different batches and categorize them within that winter folder. So for example, this winter, if I made a trip to the mountains, I could select only the ones that were the mountains, and then I could create a new folder in winter 2018 that says mountain trip, and that can just help you categorize them a little bit further so that years down the line when you're looking back, you're not just having winter with a whole bunch of video files. But again, this is gonna depend on how much you film as to how much you need to categorize these. And that's it. Now that you have an external hard drive and you've set up a system and you know which tools on your computer make it really easy for you to import footage, this can become something that you do regularly. The last thing that I want you to do after you've imported all of these is go ahead and take that external hard drive and plug in your backup and copy that 2018 folder right on over to the backup so that everything you've imported so far is now backed up in a separate location. So should anything happen to that hard drive, you still have those home movies somewhere else. Thanks for joining us. We're going to hopefully do another episode with a non-Apple computer and a non-iPhone. I am less familiar with these tools, so need to do a little bit of research and get my hands on some of them that I can use to film that. But stay tuned. Until then, those of you iPhone, Apple users, get started importing and join us in the future where we talk a little bit about what you can do with all that footage. Thanks for joining us.